Welcome to Jewish Inspirational Stories. We're reading from the book Aleinu L'Shabeach from Rav Yitzchak Silberstein. The Gabbai holds the keys. Hashem calculates the importance of each and every member of the Jewish people, because each individual possesses strengths and abilities that others do not possess. In addition, the role of each person in the world is different from the role of every other person. One should not say, "What am I worth?" for his unique purpose in this world cannot be achieved by anybody else. So et Rosh does not merely mean to count the people. It means literally to lift the heads of the Jewish people, to elevate each person above his earthbound existence, to shake him free of physicality in which he is mirrored, and to show him that if he utilizes his God-given abilities and does what Hashem wants from him, he is capable of great things. The Jewish people are compared to the stars in the heaven. The Baal Shem Tov explained that stars appear to be very small, but are actually as large as the earth, or even larger. Similarly, all Jews, even those who seem small and insignificant, are of utmost importance in the heavens before Hashem. No matter how simple a Jew may seem, he can still achieve greatness. A Jew's actions and behaviors do not necessarily reflect his inner self. We often find that when we begin to uncover the inner depths of a seemingly simple Jew's soul, we discover a person who differs significantly from what we originally perceived. We suddenly find a person who is clearly connected to his Creator, whose aspirations are far beyond what we would have imagined upon viewing him on a superficial level. A certain Gabbai, one of the largest shuls in Eretz Yisrael, had a particular practice. Each morning on Motzei Simchas Torah, he would stand at the bima of the shul and announce before the entire congregation, "Look, Rabbosai, another year has passed and I have aged another year. I no longer have the same energy that I used to, and I have therefore decided to resign from my position as Gabbai to hand it over to a younger person." After finishing his announcement, he would withdraw a large key ring that held all the keys to all the locks in the shul building and placed it on the bima. The congregation, whose members recognized and appreciated the Gabbai's devoted service to the shul, would immediately rise and respond unanimously that they refused to allow the Gabbai to relinquish his position. After hearing the pleas of the congregation, the Gabbai would concede and would remain at his post for another year. This scene repeated itself for 30 years. It seemed that the Gabbai had no desire to remain at his position, which demanded a great deal of effort and exertion. One year, a young man decided to put an end to this charade, for once and for all. He decided that when the Gabbai would get up on Motzei Simchas Torah and place the keys on the bima and notify the congregation of his resignation, he would go up to the bima and take the keys. Right after the Gabbai made his yearly announcement, the young man strode up to the bima and took the keys, but he was in for a surprise. The key ring was tied to a thick rope to the Gabbai's pocket. The Gabbai subsequently explained his intentions. If one of the congregants would choose to take over the position of Gabbai, then he would have to take him, the Gabbai, as well, along with the keys. In other words, he wished to show the congregation that although he wanted to give up the position, he felt strictly connected to this mitzvah, to the extent that if somebody else would take the position, they would have to take him as well, for he could not bear to separate himself from the shul and from the great mitzvah of serving the congregation. This story shows us that even a simple Jew can be firmly connected to Hashem and his mitzvos. Thanks and Shabbat Shalom.